Hello everyone there. I welcome you all for this lecture on industrial engineering and operations research. This is lecture number 7 and this is the fourth lecture on the topic method study. So let us start this lecture with this example. Flow process chart, man type. So existing method is recorded here. So the task here is to write a letter. So chart begins with the typist in his hand. The typist is in his chair and is in office. So typist puts letter in the outtray. This is the last activity. So here it has to be mentioned who has charted and what is the date of chart. So operation this activity writing a letter begins with he has to go or travel to the officer's cabin, that is his boss. Then he has to take the dictation from him. Then he has to come back to his own seat. This means these activities of movements are mentioned by arrows. So prepare for typing, type letter. So these are the operations activities. So mentioned with the circles. Then he has to verify for mistakes, check for mistakes. This is an inspection. Place in file for signature. Then he has to go to the officer's cabin, that is to his boss. Then place file on for the signature. Then he has to wait for the signature. Then he has to come back to his original seat. Then put it the letter in envelope, type envelope, and keep letter in outtray. So all these activities in detail the manner are mentioned. So we have to summarize here how many symbols are used, how frequently they are used. So this is the summary of flow process chart, man type. Here we discussed one example of writing a letter. Similarly, you can go through these two examples of inspection of compound. This is material type example. This is for man type example. And both of the summaries are mentioned here. You can go through these two examples. Let us move on. So now, in man type flow process chart, the movement of supervisors, executives can be recorded on FPC man type. This chart follows one man or group of workers performing the same activity in sequence. So it is used for the jobs which are not highly repetitive or standardized, such as movement of workers in service or operations. So it is used as a practice to attach a sketch of showing the movement of workers during the operation. So this is for the man type flow process charts. You keep in mind this. It is used for the jobs which are highly non-repetitive or standardized. So man process chart is the typical one. Now let us move towards the third process chart, where only activities in sequence are mentioned but the time scale is not mentioned. So two-handed process chart, in short it is called as THPC. So two-handed process chart focuses mainly on the study of work of an operator at a bench. So two-handed process chart is a process chart in which the activities of hands of the operator are recorded in relationship to the another. So it is also called as operator process chart sometimes. So it is the most detailed type of the flow chart in which the activities of workers' hands are recorded. Right. So the two-handed process chart is normally confined to the work carried out at one single workplace. So this also gives us the synchronized and graphical representation of the sequence of manual activities performed by the worker. So this chart shows the movement of hands and sometimes the feet of operator, either moving or static, in relation to the one another on a common time scale. So these charts are very useful to visualize the complete sequence of activities in a repetitive task. So keep in mind, these charts, 200 process charts, are used for the repetitive type tasks. So previous charts, flow process charts, are used for non-repetitive type of records. So in 200 process chart, an operation of flow process chart may be broken down into number of elemental activities. So it uses 4 elements of handwork, that is operation, delay, wait and hold, move and hold. So its main advantage lies in highlighting the non-productive elements such as unnecessary delays and hold, so that analysts can take the measure to eliminate or shorten them. So unnecessary delays can be eliminated or the time can be shortened. So this is the advantage of 200 process chart. Now let us discuss here the charting symbols used in the 200 process chart. So basically all the operations which are being recorded in 200 process chart are of a worker who is sitting at one position. Therefore, there is no movement at all. So therefore, the symbol arrow is ignored in these charts. So the symbols used are here operation, that is a circle is used. It is used for activities of grasping an object, positioning an object, use, release, to record an activity, use, to release the component in the tray. So these are the activities depicted by a circle in 200 process chart. Then we have to use the symbol transport. It is used to represent movement of hand or limbs to and from the work, tools or materials. We can use the symbol arrow here. Then we have to show if a hand or limb is idle. Then we can use the symbol delay, that is capital D. Here the symbol inspection is ignored. Right, please let us correct it, what we had said before. Then last symbol used here is for holding a work, tool or material instead of storage like in FPC. So these are the set of symbols used in 200 process charts. Then let us see how the 200 process charts are prepared. Here we have to study the operation cycle few times before recording. The chart one hand at a time. That means you have to prepare a chart of one hand at a time. So don't record more than few symbols at a time. So action of picking or dropping of a part may be good for beginning of a work cycle. So at the start we can use this action either picking or dropping at the start or at an end respectively. To record action on the same level or row if they occur simultaneously or at the same time, you have to look whether that action is occurring on the same level or in the same row or simultaneously. If action is occurring in the sequence, must be recorded at the different levels or rows. If action is occurring in sequence, must be recorded at different levels or rows. So keep in mind, this is important for preparing a chart. And we must be careful about combining the operation transport or position unless they occur at the same time. So we must be careful about these operations combining, that is transport and position, unless they occur on same. These charts are very useful to know what left hand will be doing when the right hand is working or vice versa at any point of time. So here usually all the 5 symbols are used and inspection and storage are not used in the conventional sense. Inspection symbol is used when touch or feel by hand is to be recorded, and storage symbol is used when record when the hand is used as a grip or vice to hold the object. So keep in mind the symbol inspection is used to touch or feel by hand to be recorded, and the storage symbol is used as to grip or hold the object. Now here is an example of two-handed process chart. Here let us discuss a task. Assembly of nut and bolt. Both hands are free before the assembly and both hands are free after the assembly. We have to mention here the name of the person who has charted and the date of charting here. So this is the left hand chart, this is the right hand chart. So for holding the nut we have to use a special symbol, that is the storage symbol, and inspection symbol is used to touch or feel. So this is not required in these charts. So that is assembly of nut and bolts. So first left hand will reach to the bolt while right hand will reach for the nut. Both will grasp respective bolt head and this one the nut. Then they will carry both them to the central position. Then bolt will be held in the left hand. Right hand will place the nut on the bolt and it will screw it. Then at the same time left hand will be holding that bolt, and after screwing the nut right hand will grasp the assembly. So left hand will transfer assembly to the right hand, then right hand will carry that assembly to the box, and then it will release assembly to the box and it will come to the central position. While doing these activities left hand is free. So summary is here for the symbols: operations, movement, storage, that's holding, and delays. There are no delays, and for right hand also there are no holdings by right hand. So respective frequency of operations is noted for left hand. So this is about the two-handed process chart. Now we have finished here the group 1 process charts with this two-handed process chart. So we'll start the next chart, that is multiple activity chart, in the next lecture. Thank you.